Hey there, folks. The weekend is ending. Let's go to CSS Battle and do the daily target. See what we got today. Shapes. We got shapes. Let's start with a paragraph element. We put yellow on the background. I think we can 4, 5, 6. Great. Less margins, 2, 0, 0. Okay, 200. Great. So this, I'm going to set the color. Color is this. And probably just we need 2, and then I do border. Border 2. What? Well, how wide is that? How wide is that? This goes from 0 to, is it 60? 60 pixels, solid. Okay. And then what happens if we set a border radius of, let's say 100 pixels. How about 110? 20. Perfect. Looks like the border is too big. Should be 40. No, 50, 60. It should be 60. Perfect. I love it. It's great. Obviously, we got some problems. So let's see exactly what those problems are and how we solve them. Let's make it, so what's the minimum height we need to get that shape? Is it 100? 110? 20? 120 is the minimum to get precisely what we need. And then I don't care. Is that true? I'm going to mask the parts that I don't care about, I think. Is that what I want? I'm not sure that's what I want, but so I'm going to do background red. Okay, so that's that shape. Okay, so now I'm going to do, yeah, I got a problem. Definitely got a problem. That makes me think what I want is actually 2 elements. It might be simpler to do 2 elements. So if I'm doing that, let's move these numbers around. And then let's have the border radius be 120, 0, 0, 0. And then these margins are going to be different. 200, 0, 0. Like that. And then -8. So basically we're just going to push a single thing over. How about 210? 212. Great. Perfect. And that does just as good a job, and if anything, it's exactly what I want, I think. Now, do I want to adjust the border width and not do a border bottom? Does that help me? So, border, and then do border width, 60 pixels, 60 pixels, 60 pixels, or 0, 60 pixels. That might help. That helps a little bit. Okay, that's great. So if I do a second one, at the moment that's got a 0 margin, so it's way below. So let's do -100, -200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 240. Okay, and so the second one I'm going to translate. P plus P, we're going to scale -1 on the x-axis and then 1 on the y-axis. So we see that. And then translate is just a single number, 100 pixels. 100, 200, 210, 20. There we go. Not too bad. All right, now I'm going to add a mask. I can do a mask or a clipping path. Doesn't really matter. Mask looks like conic gradient. Mask looks like conic gradient from -90 degrees, red, 75%, transparent, 0. There we go. And then we need a center on it. At well, what is it? It's at 50%, probably, and then whatever the height of that is to the top part, 80 pixels, comma, oh, 90, oh, something's wrong there. I don't think that mask is working at all. Oh, because I forgot in the syntax, and this at, so it's, the way the syntax works is from, angle, at, point. And so that's what I got wrong. 110, 130, 110 looks right. No, 115 maybe? No, 120. There it is. Okay, and then for the background, I needed just a little bit of spackle, conic gradient. Conic gradient is this yellow, 35% around, and then 2222 0, and then that is going to be, it's small, right? It's just that little chunk, but then I'll move it around. So let's say 20% wide, and then we're just going to do a default like 50 pixels at, and then we're going to move it 100 pixels over. Oh wait, I put it in the wrong place. So the X position is that. There we go. 3, 4, 5, and then 200 pixels. That's almost right. Not quite. 8, and then this is 60 pixels tall. All right, let's submit. Complicated shape. Not too complicated. Let's minify and unit replace. Submit. And then it's been a long time since I've done a clip path. I think it's been a real long time. So let's do the clip path technique. So what's the clip path for this look like? It's going to be clip path polygon, right? It's an L-shaped thing. 0, 0, 100%, 0, 100%, 100%, 50%, 60 pixels, 0, 60 pixels. Actually, it'll be 100%, 100%, and then 50%, 100%, comma. There it is, something like that. Oh, and I have the numbers wrong. 8, 9. Oh, was it 120? Again, I've forgotten all the numbers. And that's also a solution. Is that fewer characters? I don't think it is. I think it's awfully similar. It reduces nicely, but it's still a lot of characters. The mask might be better. Yeah, mask is slightly better. That's cool. Anyway, that's a solution. Is there a way to do these curves without border radius and border and setting the color? Yeah, probably. I think that probably then if I do it this way, I can set border to be solid in the 222 number, and that's a little bit shorter. I do need to set a height. I do need to set a negative margin there. Probably I could do this background in some different ways as well. Could do, 2 box shadows, one of which has a yellow color to cover. There's a lot of different ways. What else? What else we got? Are there other optimizations I can make? Yeah, I can reduce. So there's the border. So I need both of those numbers. So I'll resubmit. See if that's a better score. Again, the clip path versus mask. So that adds a better score, but each one of those solutions could be optimized quite a bit. And then there's those default ones like using an ampersand and trimming off the last brace, all the kind of cheap ones that are a little less interesting creatively. But things to know about. This is Code Golf. Once again, I'm Joe Crawford. I do this basically every day. I do the daily target on CSS Battle, and I just do whatever comes into my head. I'm not trying particularly to be the best player or have the most optimized solution, but some folks like watching me, and in theory, I'm helping you learn new stuff. Always go to MDN, Mozilla Developer Network, to look up some of the techniques. You can look up clip path, border radius, border width, translate, scale, conic gradient. You can look up all those things and learn to do this. There's nothing magic about what I do, but it's fun to make web pages. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. See you again later. Bye.